we're recording this one, and I'm going to be sitting on the sideline. So let's strap ourselves in and welcome Jason Betts.
La 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 la. Good afternoon, everybody. Can I have 2 volunteers to start with? We're going to work with 6 people today. First 2 people up on stage, get a go. 5, 4, 3, come on, just first 2 people. Run. Come on up.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm walking into. Oh, no.
Yeah, why not, please? That's exactly... Take a seat. Sorry. I'm Jason. What's your name? Aidan. Fire spirit, Celtic. Sit back, please. Yep, feet on the ground. Fingers together, on thighs, and sleep. That's good. Can I get you to come just a bit closer? Here we go. So what we're going to do now is a psychic demonstration with some Reiki. And just copy Aidan there. We're going to get the energy flowing first. I'll talk for 1 minute while it connects up. We all know Reiki is the flow of healing energy. And we can feel the power. Just relax, Aidan, switch off. There you go. But what we don't realise is that the power, like electricity, can carry information as well as the charge. So what we're going to do now is tune into that energy and see where it's going. We'll work with 6 people today, 2 with Reiki, 2 with energy on the outside of the body, and then 2 with auras, which is a lot of fun. But these ones take the longest. So what I'm going to do, what's your name please? Melissa, correct. Honeybee. Hey. So you stay right there, don't go away. I'm just going to work with Aidan first. Excuse me. So here we go. So what I'll do is, being a scientific psychic, I would like you to not comment or gesticulate. We're just going to make some notes on the board here with our wonderful assistant Mike, and then we'll check it at the end. So feet forwards a little bit more, please. That's it. Fingers together. Aidan, here we go. Out of the thinkers, the feelers, the knowers and the hearers, you're a hearer. There's a lot of music going on, a lot of technology as well. Probably too much, too late at night. Yes, that's these millennial people. Can't trust them at all. Thank you, Dave. Hold on. Don't talk. Where are we going? Oh, here we go. I feel that you are a night person though, because your brain's very active at night, and I'm not sure why that is, but if that's when you're creative, you just go with it. I feel, and I can see you drawing sketches, some in colour, some black and white, but definitely there's a design gift that you have there. You used to work with cars, but not anymore, but you might later on. There's a connection with cars. It's more than just a, go to work sense, but some little interest. I have to cough one more time. Excuse me. So, Aidan, with your ability, there's 2 types of sculpture, but I think there's 3. One is where you kind of like carve out what you want, and the other one is called assemblage. There's a 3rd one which is organic, like a topiary or fire flames. But the one here that I think Aidan's got a gift with is assemblage. I think you can put things together, and mixing one kind of technology with another kind of mechanism. So there's mechanics and spatial knowledge. You're good at remembering facts, figures. Songs and music are very important. Just relax, man. The brain is so active. Don't go with the energy drinks. Never. Great, that's good. I'm just saying your nervous system is so wired up. Don't admit too much here. Right, chin up a little bit. Bring the chin in. Take a deep breath and relax. If you haven't already travelled overseas, you will, and very, very soon, like this year, early next year, big trip. United States is a definite must for you, but I also get Asia. Asia, Hong Kong, China, Singapore, somewhere around there. Maybe Japan, maybe the technology in Japan, but definitely North America. Oh, and there's a family gift there also with organic vegetables, or growing, or gardening, or working with the soil, working with plants, just to go back into your body. A futon would be really good for you. I'm feeling like you're not getting enough lower back support. The shoes might be a little bit wrong for you, and walking long distances is something that you could do. Not that you'd want to, but you could do. I think you have this great natural athletic ability and stamina. And doesn't he look like a surfer? So I think surfing. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there, and I'll take my hand off. Now, as I take my hand off, I want you to feel the energy in front of you come in and then just die away. Let's see if you can feel that. So, in a really nice big voice here, Aiden, I'd like you to talk to all of the thousands of people watching this, and look at the board on the left there, and can you please address all of those as to what was right, what was wrong? Go for it. Big voice, microphone really close.
Okay, so when he was talking about too much tech and active nights, it's because I'm a DJ, so I mix and assemble, like he says, and like that's my creative side coming out. And yeah, I hate walking as well, except that it's too much for me. And then also I booked a trip to America to go to a music festival later in the year. So,
That'd be great for you.
and I also used to do delivery, driving, but it was too much as well. And now, yeah, I do listen to lots of music, and the hearing part's good. I'm a good listener.
Right. Do you have a sketchbook or a design book?
I think I design things in like different ways. Like I like to look at lots of art. But
I actually saw you drawing some in colour, some black and white. But I could be wrong there, that's okay.
or maybe the way I represent myself and what I wear.
Okay, fine. Let's have a look here about family. Do your mum and dad grow their own veggies?
Yeah, I've always eaten really well.
Yeah.
But I need to eat better now.
Do your mum and dad, did they focus?
Oh yeah, we always grew veggies whilst I was growing up.
Great. And do you go surfing?
Yeah, I surfed for like past 10 years. So yeah.
Yeah, great. Round of applause for Aiden, please. Oh, can you say something else?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Cheers. Take care. You can go now. Thank you. Awesome. Great. So I'll just put that there. Now, Melissa. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Put your hands on. Sit back and relax. Feet a little bit more in front. Has anyone ever seen Reiki like that before? Here we go. Here we go. Melissa's really lovely. Just relax. Melissa's got a heart of gold. Melissa's the kind of person that will go out of her way for other people. I feel that they're trying to give it away. Just pretend. Blank face. That's it. So she's really lovely. She will wrap things up and put the sticky tape just where it needs to go in order for it to be just right. Really considerate. You could really, your life has got so much going for it, and yet, every year and a half, there's this little block, there's this little problem that kind of happens, but I feel it changing very soon. There is a bigger picture that will come into play, and it will involve you and your family and the people that you love. And if you haven't had children, maybe children too. So that's just maybe 2 years away, perhaps. If that, we'll find out in a minute. There is a bigger picture for your life, Melissa. Working on a non-local, non-business level. So it could be government, or it could be working with countries or nations or powers or something bigger, but there is a bigger picture that you've got a place in. And you just have to get on with your own little life here now, and then you'll be recruited for some bigger purpose. Can't wait to find out. You might not know that, but that's what it's feeling. Now, excuse me. Going through the body, you do rest, you are tired a lot, especially 2 to 3 in the afternoon. I think that's the main time, but that will get better with time. Maybe there's something that's come and gone a lot. I don't know about this one, but there's things that are fixing themselves with time. There's a connection with bone or teeth, and I can't work that out yet. I'm just playing with it in my mind. But it feels like there's maybe a genetic weakness or something in your family to do with bones or teeth, or maybe that's... Can't quite get it just at the moment. I'll come back to that. Tiredness, rest. Sorry. I think there's an old injury with lungs. I've got a cough now, but I just can't stop coughing. Something is really tickling me. I'm thinking it's me, but it could be you too. There is a problem with the neck or jaw. And every time I look forwards and I'm looking at your body, I'm looking at the energy flows, and there's just so much change coming up very, very soon. Some of it you'll know, some of it you won't. I just can't, it's beyond what you've even thought about. It's going to be quite amazing. That doesn't help you right now. I feel sand between your feet, probably the beach, and books. Don't you just hate it when you go to the beach and you read a book and it's all glary? You need to take sunglasses. One more thing. I get music that you might have played when you were younger, and I think it's a woodwind instrument, and if I had to pick one, I'd say flute. Right, that one was actually very difficult, but we'll see how we went. Melissa, I'll take my hand off, and I just want you to feel the energy come in and then die away as it cools down. You might feel the energy retract. Because as I put my hand on, it flows around the body, not just through. So please be honest, tell everybody what I got right, what I got wrong, what you can't relate to. Yes.
Okay. I have a normal who likes to help others. My daily life, I'm a youth worker and career coach and help with disadvantage. But that's it.
You get things exactly right. The wrapping and the sticking.
Yeah, so I decide that if I'm going to help someone, then I'm going to be real and do it right the first time, because there's no point in repeating classes. 2.5 periods, absolutely. I'm only 32, so life is growing and evolving, so we have our moments every year to 2 years, then we evolve and adapt and move forward.
I saw about 3 cycles, possibly 4, but it is a pattern.
Oh yeah,
and some of it's not your fault. It's just the karma that's crashing in.
So within life, you go through journeys, and I have children, and I'm a single parent, have been for quite some time. So life just evolves, changing, growing with that. I don't know.
Government and nations working on a bigger level.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's me or... Okay. So that sounds really cool. Okay,
what do you do?
Well, so I'm a career practitioner, a coach and counsellor. I have my career, because I've got young children, so throughout my journey I've had to stop and start. And most recently I've decided to actually really and do stuff that's going to help a wider. So I've just moved with a national company that are South Australia based.
This could go more and work
I hope so.
on a government level as well.
I hope so.
Yeah, great.
Money would be nice.
You'll be recruited for that one. We'll just have to wait and see.
I'm cool waiting.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, time between 2 or 3. Yeah, that's life.
Bones and teeth. Family problem?
About that one.
It could be
I always have dreams about losing my teeth. And if I lose my teeth, if my smile goes, that would be horrible.
So, more than most people?
Yeah, probably.
You have what we would call as a subconscious fixation. We don't know why. And I said it was inherited or genetic. And this could be a past life thing. Yeah, it could be a past life thing that we're picking up on. And this actually demonstrates something really cool. We know from science that you can inherit memories from your ancestors. Something that we can do with Reiki is actually read the DNA, person to person. That's a pretty cool thing. This happens a lot. Lungs. Oh yeah. Okay, so you used to be a smoker, moving on. Neck and jaw, sore neck and...
Lower.
Just work. And change coming up very, very soon.
I feel that myself.
Yeah, good. And flute or instrument of woodwind?
The violin. So I always kind of thought it would be cool, but I also used to play flute.
I felt flute.
Yeah, I'd be at it, but
No,
I
okay.
wasn't that cool.
A round of applause for Melissa, please. Thank you very much. Now, Mike, how many minutes have we got left? 10 minutes. Just enough to do 2 or 3 people. Can I have 2 people, please, come up onto the stage?
Oh, no, you go.
And what's your name? Correct. There you are, Sarah. Excellent. So keep the microphone down. I'm just going to do a few little sensing things. And we will see what we can see. We're just going to list maybe 5 or 10 things and then go through it. So instead of going into the body and reading the life on a deeper level, I'm just going to go for surface things that are around and then look at colours. We'll do the same for, what's your name? Katina. Yes? Yep. Right. So, what was your name again? Sarah. Excellent names. Here we go. Sarah. You work with lots of people and you're a great connector and a great counsellor. No, notice that I've stopped coughing. I don't. Interesting. You're working with lots of people, you're connecting, and sometimes you don't know what you're doing. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right or you feel disconnected, but you know that if you don't do it, no one will. So you finish it and you get it done. You're definitely a people person. I think your real talent is planning and money. You're behind that smile there. she's the brains behind the business. And then there's the real skill. Don't forget to treat yourself to a holiday. I see typing and internet, as you would expect with a business, but I see typing words for literary skill. Like, not just letter writing, not just cards, but a story. A story with purpose, a story with meaning, a story to share with people. I also see that you're a little bit of a collector and that you have shelves or little collections of things, maybe one big thing, but everything's kind of neat and ordered. And I'll just do a couple of colours, but I'm going to, can I just get you to stand here, just to look somewhere else? That's it. Sarah. I see lots of green and plants around you, so I think you're a gardening person, good with this brown here. So this means working with tools or earth energy. There's navy blue here, which is sometimes yours and usually inherited as well. And this is like a devotion to a spiritual purpose or religion or spiritual structure. So you might come from a religious family, but you've adapted it in a different way. I see this in navy blue there, but it's like working within an institutional thinking structure. And there's a little bit of apricot, and a little bit of pink. Pink around you, somebody needs some care, you have to be really gentle with people because sometimes you're a bit direct. And, but there is some apricot and some orange, which means you're growing. So such a rate at the moment, and emotionally, if you are in a relationship, it's just getting better. So you're on the up there. And one more thing, you're waiting for a surprise. And I think, where are we now? May, June, July, no, June, mid-June, early June, first week of June. Something's coming, something really cool. And it's going to be in the mail, or you'll get news of it because it's been planned, but you don't know when. And it's going to be great. Okay, so nice big voice. How did we go there? Please just say if it's right, wrong,
okay.
Or don't relate.
Definitely right. Connect. I'm a big coordinator, so I keep speakers, events. Yeah, I'm a real just do it. Being a coordinator, I have to make sure everything's done, lots of everything. Planner, yes, coordinator, make it happen. Putting myself in business together, so I'm the brains behind the business. Typing, story. I'm a writer, write for a magazine. Collector, everything's always perfect order. Green, yes, love gardening. We're on a few acres in the hills, so always next to the earth. Just come from religious mother, very spiritual. I love pink. That's definitely filling my colours. Yes, I can be a bit sort of forthright at times, but also know how to soften as well.
I'll get over it.
And waiting for surprise. Yep, and I know it's here, so cool.
You do?
Yes, yeah.
That's great. One of the hardest things to do on stage is make a prediction that you can't relate to. But the fact that you can is great.
Absolutely. It's all right.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for Sarah, please. And we've got time. So 5 minutes for one more. So what's your name? That's correct. There you go.
In the hall, please come
Right,
to
here we
the
go.
information desk.
And first of all, there's a wonderful affinity with animals for you. And in fact, I'm not sure if it's a dog or... No, it's not a dog or a cat. Birds. Yeah, birds. Okay, it's an affinity with birds. Maybe even the spirit bird or spirit energy of birds. Don't just save it for the end, but it's going to be great. You know what? If you haven't gone overseas yet, you will. And maybe South Africa or Indonesia, Bali, somewhere around there. And I don't know if that's with birds or not, but there's an energy connection to that. What's her name? Katina. There's a wonderful feeling of, how do I say this? Not giving a shit sometimes. We call this apathy, but on the same time, you're not bothered by other people's problems. Well, you like to, no, that's not a bad thing. It's if they ask for help, you can help them, that's cool. But sometimes it's really nice to be able to separate and go, you know what I really need to focus on right now? This needs to do, and I will do this because I need that to get somewhere else. You'll do that. It's not that you're unkind, it's just like, that's not my business, isn't it? Everyone wants to dump on you. We'll see. Lollies, don't overdo the lollies. It's not good, a little one here and there, but no. So you've got to change habits. And, you're not one of those people that put the Milo on ice cream, are you? No. Okay. Books and drawing, I see you doing drawings, and this is colour, but not with little pictures, but with big watercolours, like big splashes of colour, and possibly even working on computers with those colours. I'll just do one more on the shoulder. Sometimes it's the little truths that need to be said, and if we can go back to the other things I've said, I think where you'll find mastery in this life is being able to see the obvious. If you're an illustrator, you could be like a cartoonist for a newspaper because you have to see the truth to see the funny, to make the point. And I think that's the skill that you have. But if you can't draw, then it's just writing that obvious truth. Because I think that is where your truth is. And over here, I get turquoise as a colour for you. A little bit of light green, which just means your life's expanding at the moment. Possibly travel, maybe later on. Definitely yellow gold. Oh, yeah, this is the thing. Somewhere, this lady has a lot of gold and yellow around the head, which means she loves knowing, hates being lied to with a passion. I think truth is very important. And your life, you've got a lot of options, and you could be here, or you could be here, or you could be there. You just have to work out now at what level do you want to operate. You've got these, and then you have to learn the skills to do that. But you've got the gifts to empower those skills when you do. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can connect with there. Can you read all those? Really big, loud voice.
I do love animals. Not sure about birds, like I like them, but I don't know what's going on with that. I have been overseas and I do plan on going again, and Africa is a big dream of mine.
Great. Oh, he's been very polite there with my not caring about other people's problems as much as they do.
I mean, yeah, got me. Lollies, not the biggest fan of lollies.
No?
So, also I hate Milo and I don't eat ice cream. So,
Okay.
Books, spot on. I do love reading. Can't really draw, but I do like colours and I try. And I colour in a lot.
I wasn't seeing technical drawing, but big splashes of colour everywhere. You know, like wild, creative, arm-waving colours. And maybe that's on computers rather than with real paint. You'll find a way there, but I've seen it happen. Next one? Oh, last one.
Yeah, the truth is a big thing for me. I hate lies. Just tell it to me.
That's because you've got a lot of gold around the head, and it's like, this is my truth and perception filter, and it's just the way you perceive reality is a little bit different to others. But that's all cool, because you're sane. So it's great. Turquoise is your electric colour that I see for you. Can you relate to that or not?
My birthday.
Your birthstone? Cool, okay. And last one, options in life. That's just my opinion. It'll be cool. Okay. Well done. A round of applause, please. And that concludes the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jason. I just turned the board around to, because it's hard for us to show Jason, or capture that and show you at the same time. But you can see how many ticks is like tick, 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 tick. So, great example of it all. And sorry, Jason, what are these for?
Thank you, Frank. In 3 weeks' time, I've got a Reiki class here in Adelaide, and the psychic development one day is called the Psychic Power Day, which is $100 for a whole day. So it's really cool. So please come up and grab a brochure.